You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 171, posted January 2019. Mr. Roper. All right, so when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had delved deeper into the forests of Kundrakar, exploring a further level of the caverns, in which they found some abandoned storerooms, mostly with nothing of value except for a gray ooze, which tried to eat them, but they handily defeated. They ventured a little
I don't think there was much value
south.
in that gray ooze.
There was no value in that gray ooze. Nutritional value.
It's a lesson learned.
Did anyone try to eat it? Maybe you never know now. You ventured a little further and found some flooded storerooms, but you handily managed to escape getting subject to the diseased water. And then you continued on up some stairs, or possibly down some stairs. I never know which way the arrows go here. Into another cavern where you saw something very peculiar, which I will remind you by rereading that section now. A strand extends from a stalagmite, a strange-looking stalagmite that's in the middle of the southern ledge. A cave fish flops helplessly on the bank nearby. It was very puzzling. A ledge along the river continues east to a door on the north wall, and the rushing river separates you from that southern ledge. Otherwise, this cavern looks very much like the one you left, but smaller. How would you like to proceed? You are just at the beginning of this cave entrance.
Indeed.
Do you think we should, I'm thinking maybe we mage hand this fish and poke it?
Well, I have a feather, and if we drop that feather into this stream,
No.
and we see...
No.
It always works, every time.
Let's drop some rocks and see how far the rocks are carried by the current.
Let's throw rocks at Dan.
Yeah, I will tell you that
else floats in water?
I will tell you that from glancing at it, you can tell that the water in the stream is moving fairly quickly.
Oh, wow, we've advanced our stream recognition skills.
You've seen a lot of streams now.
We've done a lot of stream grinding. Got it.
You feel you're very familiar with this streaming service.
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
This podcast is over.
I like the mage hand the fish idea because we haven't seen, if we've seen fish, we haven't been told we've seen fish.
Well, this fish is
fish
mysterious.
doing?
Why is it flopping around?
Yeah.
It seems like maybe it's bait, right? Like maybe there's maybe that fish is like the extension of like a giant like angler monster in the stream or something. Like, I don't know. Or maybe it's just a red herring.
Oh, God.
Wow, we are off to quite a start.
I quit.
I want you all to know you've each wronged me individually and personally and deeply, and you will pay for it in puns today.
Hey, I knew about the muffins.
Yeah. Micah, you get a pass.
Yes.
I was just to clarify before we move on, everybody did level up to level 4, correct?
Yes.
Got your relevant hit points, any new powers, spell slots, that kind of jazz.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes, and yes.
Cool. All right,
I don't know how I feel about you checking on that at this.
Yeah, that is a little...
Oh,
Maybe the
reason.
anglerfish thing wasn't,
No reason.
Wasn't so far off.
Rocks fall,
guys
but you're
all
level
equip-
4, so you're okay.
Yeah. You guys all equipped your armor and, and sense of when to make an appropriate retreat from a situation. So
Our what now? I don't recognize that term.
All right, so Broldish and
Armor?
Elevor, you guys are out in front here. So you can relay to the rest of your party because it's a very narrow stairway, so not everybody's gotten into the cavern yet.
There's a flopping fish up here, and I'm not sure what we should do about it. If we need to kick it back in the water so it can breathe, or if we should leave it alone. Seems like every
maybe
time we
it's
go
supper.
about touching things, it always
yeah,
ends poorly. for
okay.
us.
I mean,
You're supposed to keep your hands to yourself.
That's right.
yeah,
This is a museum,
standard
guys.
adventuring thing. Don't step on a flopping fish if you don't have to. Don't step over a flopping fish if you can step around it. And rather than stepping around it, use Mage Hand to get that flopping fish out of your way. That's just what I learned in Bard Camp.
Let's do it. Mage hand it up.
Is that you or me?
Oh, I can't mage hand.
Oh, okay.
Neither can I.
Bellaman, let's see here.
Don't look at me.
Bellaman, scoot out of the way. I'm going to sneak up here behind Elevor. And Mage Hand.
Did you tell us which square the flopping fish is
Yeah,
in?
it's let's say it's right
The flopping
around
fish square.
here.
Oh,
at
so it's on the
edge.
other
It's right at
side.
the edge of that southern ledge.
We may need to move a little bit further because I can only Mage Hand 30 feet away, and I think I'm like 60 feet away right now.
Are these squares 5 feet?
Yep.
There. I will get this close.
I will sneak up behind you.
All right, I'm just going to say, like, Elevor and Broldish, get ready just in case something super bad happens.
I brace myself.
My scimitar is out.
I brace myself against the flopping fish.
Mm-hmm.
Not literally
All right.
against it.
So
what are you doing with the fish with your mage hand? Spurious?
All right, so
Petting it.
my mage hand
Back in
appears in
water?
front of me, and I wave at it with my real hand. We do a handshake. We've got like a thing going.
Do you do
High
like
five,
a
please,
cool
please,
handshake,
high five.
like a?
Yeah,
Like the
I
parent
mean-
trap.
I mean, Spurious thinks it's cool. So yeah, so we exchange pleasantries, and the mage hand kind of heads across the little stream there toward the fish. I
These
could get
visual
more-
jokes are killing.
Yeah, these visual hand jokes. The mage hand kind of, when it's in motion, it moves just. I imagine it's like a magic carpet, so it's like it's flat,
Undulated.
yeah,
I
and it
can
kind of
show
swims through
you
the air.
the world.
Oh, a dead fish over here.
A dead fish flopping on land.
The first draft of the Aladdin soundtrack was a good thing they
You don't
reworked
know what we can find.
So,
well, please put it back under the sea and let's move on.
Oh yes!
Welcome to the party, pal.
If I could give
see,
inspiration,
now you have become that which
you can if you have
despise.
inspiration. You can give your inspiration to somebody else.
Oh well, okay. No, I'm not doing that.
There's a line. There's a
Well
line.
then.
So my mage hand, Meiji, will poke the dead fish.
Meiji the mage.
It is flopping.
It's not dead yet.
All right. Nothing happens when I poke it. It continues to flop.
It's still like flopping. Yeah, it looks something's a little weird about it, but you can't tell from where you are.
All right. Would you describe this flopping fish as weighing 10 pounds or less?
Sure.
All right. Meiji the mage hand is going to pick up the flopping fish and either fly or drag, depending on how awkward the flopping fish is. It wants to deposit the fish in the stream.
Cool. So something interesting happens when
I
the
figured.
mage hand lifts the fish. It starts trying to pull it, and all of a sudden you realize that there is a strand, basically connecting the fish to that strange-looking stalagmite. All of a sudden, it's as though the stalagmite reels in the fish, and you see a massive fang-filled maw open in the stalagmite and devour the fish in one bite. Unfortunately, you only have a moment to take this in, as 3 more tendrils shoot out and grab each of you. So this is a
Awesome.
surprise attack. And let's
I'm
surprise.
surprised.
I am legitimately surprised.
Yep. Ditto.
I was prepared for something to come out of the stream. I was
You were
not
not
prepared,
prepared
for
for that.
a stalag. Let this be a careful reminder to our listeners about the dangers of both stalagmites and stalactites.
Yeah, stalactites hold tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites eat you with
Stalagmites
tendrils.
might eat you.
Yeah.
Might
Is
eat-
it a D&D podcast if you don't remember, if you don't talk about what's the difference between the two?
You're legally, if you fill it in with rope talk, you're covered. But it's a good idea.
All right, Broldish.
Perfect.
26.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Spurious, 27. And Elevord, 16.
Well,
Oh,
Spurious
yes. Not
takes this
very
moment to wish you all a
Yes.
fond farewell.
All right,
as
so all of
he's
you
about to get
are
killed
hit
a
by
thing
these
he doesn't even
tendrils.
know about. Yeah.
Okay, so in each of you being hit by the tendrils, you don't take any damage, but you're now grappled.
Oh.
So you are restrained. You have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Now it's going to reel you in.
Yeah.
So
Are y'all screaming
real.
or anything like that?
no, they're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
This is very strange.
What?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. That was what it hit with? Like that's how much pain it caused?
No,
It- 'cause-
you've taken no damage. That was just
Oh, okay,
whether or not
gotcha.
the tendril could actually grab you.
Okay, cool.
So you are now restrained and grappled. Good times. And you're being
Ah,
reeled in,
my
so you're going to each be
favorite.
pulled 25 feet straight towards it. And, while we're here,
It sure looks like it's about 25 feet away from us currently.
And let's just make it a little more fun. Hello.
That's not pretty.
Listeners, Dan has revealed that the stalagmite is terrible.
All right, so let's see how you go here. Spurious, 5, 10, 50. You're basically getting it. You're sort of hovering on the edge there. Bruldish here. Elevor. Here, over. I don't know. You're kind of jammed in there.
How many tentacles does this horrible thing have?
It has 4.
Okay.
One is occupied with the fish, and as you're watching, the fish basically just gets popped right back into that mouth.
Yeah.
The other 3 are
Yum,
occupied
yum.
with you right now.
Well, there's 5 of us, so one person should just run free and solve the adventure while we die.
That's a great idea. It is
Bellaman
now.
is playing with one of those ball and paddle toys, and then says to Imra, "Did you hear something?"
As you are reeled in, one of you it will try to bite Bruldish.
Okay.
That's an 11, but I believe because you are restrained, attack rolls have advantage.
Oh.
So let's give that one more roll.
So it's
there.
not an 11.
It's an
probably.
18.
That hits exactly.
You will take 17 piercing damage. Yeah.
Ooh.
As it
Jeez
starts trying to devour you. Okay, let us now enter initiative, shall we?
That hurt.
Ugh, a 7? Are you kidding me? What is this? Dungeons and Dragons for babies?
I also got a 7.
I got a 12.
All right, let me add everybody else.
Bellaman's got the big ol' Ocho.
Ah, the Big Ocho.
Catch it on the
ESPN,
KM 250. Drive Time Radio. All right. Everybody, Spurious, what did you have?
18. Sorry, I didn't have my
Ooh.
token selected, so it didn't.
Imra, what did you have?
7.
7.
I mean, I have a high initiative. I'm also attached to a stalagmite monster, so it's not. I don't feel great about that.
All right. And send.
I'll just be the first to watch myself die.
All right. So Spurious, you are up. There is a roper in your face. You are restrained. And it says grappled and restrained. Is grappled? It's a little
I don't know what that
There are
does.
multiple things.
Yeah.
Multiple things.
Yep. So your speed is 0. That's basically the main thing. You can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. And then restrained means it's basically the same thing. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage.
I didn't cast that. I'm reading what my spells do.
And then you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, as well as...
So, all of my things that would be potentially pretty powerful would also hurt everyone else that's right next to me.
Oh.
So, I don't want to cast Shatter on this thing.
Yeah, that could be painful.
So, Dan, can I use my movement action to try and get free of this horrible creature?
Let me just look up what escaping is. So I can tell you that you can make... So some of your... You currently have disadvantage on dexterity and strength saving throws, which is definitely going to make your job a little bit harder. Let me just look for really quick to see what the escape action is at this point. I think you can try to just make a dexterity or strength saving throw, your choice, but they are at disadvantage.
All right. Spurious is going to roll a dex saving throw at disadvantage to try and wriggle free of this horrible, horrible thing. He is screaming the entire time. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Wow, that was
That really
incredible.
hurts my voice. Ah!
So you got a 21, which is enough to escape. So you managed to wriggle out. You're very small. You're very
Wow.
nimble. You managed to wriggle out. There is not a lot of shore where you are. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw to make sure you're sort of teetering on the edge of that river there?
How deep is that river? I just got pulled through it.
How deep is your love?
You sort of got like this thing is pretty strong. So like it was like it pulled you across and your feet like dragged across the water. You weren't like dredged through it necessarily.
Dan, Spurious is great at dexterity.
Very nice. So you like get your
I
balance
rolled a
and you're
24.
like you're on your toes right now.
All right. I do a perfect 3-point landing on the edge of here, no longer held by the tentacle. I look up and give it, a menacing glare that would be slightly more intimidating if Spurious wasn't still screaming the entire time. Ah! Ah! Ah!
The biter is equally terrified.
This is Spurious's natural halfling instincts to deal with this. All right, well, that having happened, I think the next thing I should do, I would like to pull out my rapier and stab the stalagmite.
All right.
Well, I'm much better at wriggling free of things than I am at stabbing a giant piece of the cave. I rolled a 10.
Yeah, so you basically try to stab at it, but it clearly does have some sort of like rocky natural
I stabbed
armor.
another stalagmite next to it.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, Broldish and Elevor are like, the one with the mouth that's holding us over here on your left, your other left. Spurious continues to scream, ah! Ah!
I just keep stabbing the wrong stalagmite.
All right, I think I'm done with
I think you're done as well. It is the Roper's turn, for that is what this is.
Mr. Roper?
Mr. Roper. Hello. He's already reeled most of you in, but one of his prey has escaped, so he's going to make a tendril attack against Spurious to see if he can recapture this prey that has escaped him. That's an 18.
Yeah, he's real good at hitting me.
Yep, so he grabs you once again, and he will attempt to take another bite out of Broldish.
Good lord.
I wonder if there's anything.
If it's another bite like the last one, I'm going down.
It may be worse than the last one. That is a critical.
Okay. I'm probably unconscious at this point.
Oh my god.
Oh, crap. Okay.
And now the
How much damage was it?
that looks like a total of 40 damage.
I might be dead. I'm not sure. Let me do the math.
Oh no.
Which means I got my Saturday back.
Oh no.
Dan, we're like 22 minutes into this session. You just murdered a Canadian. What have we said
okay.
about that?
So let me just bring up my
How many hit
calculator
points
here.
were you at?
I had 16 hit points.
Okay.
So okay. So I think I'm still.
that was,
just unconscious.
You're gonna lose. You're down to
16.
negative
How many?
20.
How many did you say?
That was 40.
Yeah. So I'm minus 24. So
True.
I'm super unconscious, but I'm not dead.
That's good. All right.
We almost freed up Erica a bunch of time to read when you give a mouse a cookie. So.
Good news, Broldish. It's your turn, and
Good
your turn
pre-show
will
humor.
be.
Ooh, I get to
turn
make a
will
save.
That save throw.
It's super high. That's a fail.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Wow.
Just
Erica, how
delete
many
it.
hit points do you have?
Total 33.
Oh wow.
Really?
That's,
Okay.
Yeah. So,
That's. No good.
but at this point, that's moot because now it's just all saving throws all the time.
All right, Bellamin, your friends are screaming from the other room.
Oh my god, what's going on? I'm moving 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello everyone, Bellamin's here to save the day, maybe.
I sure as heck hope so.
Oh my god, Broldish, are you okay?
Brildish does not respond.
Hmm.
Brildish bleeds. That's the response.
What kinds of, if I Ray of Frost our stalagmite friend, what can I, what would happen? Like in terms of having it have everyone in its
Spoilers. Your Ray of Frost is fairly pinpoint. It also doesn't do a lot of damage, so you might think about
Bigger guns.
bigger
yeah.
guns.
This is, I'm going to be a generous DM here and say I would not hold back here if you want to survive this, and you might consider your options.
Hmm.
As your
We have-
tank is now unconscious.
And we have rested not that long ago, so everybody should be like full spell slots or at least close to it. And hit points. Because I was at full, and then I got unconscious in 2 hits. So, and now I'm out, so I can't soak up any of that damage anymore.
15-foot cube of Thunderwave would hurt everybody.
Yes, it will.
Unless I cast it such that only like the tip of it hits the Rocky Boy. I don't think that can
But it has
work,
to,
though.
doesn't that one have to emanate from you, which means you'd have to get up in its maw?
That's a good
All up in
question.
its
Yes,
maw.
from
I thought-
me.
Is it from you?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
from me.
Thunderwave
Not getting
is,
up
and
in
Shatter's the one that you can.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that would be not so great.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 2nd level. at least do something.
Bellaman is gonna have a great view of watching us all die.
Well, it has 4 tentacles, so Bellaman may be joining us soon.
No, that's a 3. Wait,
At
Bellaman,
second
do you have
level,
something where you can like?
no, that's
And-
third.
Was the fish? The fish was fake, right?
Well, it was a real fish.
Real
let's
fish.
think about the fish for
But
a
it was
second.
it was bait.
Yeah, or it was just
Okay.
you happened upon it eating its lunch.
Okay.
This is
Magic
what
missiles
happens when
auto
you
hit, correct? So that's 8 force damage
Okay.
on the boy.
All right.
Maybe we should have poisoned the fish.
All right. The roper has taken 8 damage. Bellaman, are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
I don't think there's anything else I can do. Oh man. Yeah, I don't have any minors or free actions.
In Halfling, the word for fish is poisson, which basically looks like poison.
Or opportunity?
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah,
You
that's
said
my turn.
croissant.
I wish I could do more.
Oh, halflings
Croissant.
love croissants. We make croissants all the time.
Mm.
A nice
Uh,
buttery croissant.
Imra, your friends are in the other room and they seem in a bad place. Or
Yeah,
the
they do.
or the bad place.
Holy forking
This-
shirt balls.
This is the bad
This
place.
is a bad place. Okay. All right. So I hear everybody screaming, so I'm gonna run in.
Hey, Brildish stopped.
Oh. More concerning. I hear Spurious screaming a lot and nothing from
Usually you at least hear some grunting from Broldish as she deals
Yeah.
out
Or,
some
you know,
damage.
I'd be inhale his name. You've not heard a single inhale his name.
No, that's
I
bad.
haven't.
That's bad news
No,
right
yeah.
there.
Yep. All right, so I'm running in. I take in what's happening. Is this this gross looking thing a large creature?
It is a large creature.
Jerk face large creature. Well, I'm still going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
Just to see if we can keep it restrained a little. And then I'm going to hit it with my longbow. Or an arrow from my longbow.
Yes,
the next time-
don't whack it with your longbow.
Before the spell ends. Let's see. So Dan, is he considered restrained by the spell at this point?
He's got to make a saving throw, which he will do
Okay.
now, and he does it with
Okay.
advantage because it's a strength saving throw
Yeah.
with advantage. That looks like this: 16.
Against my spell save on DC.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that didn't actually work.
Yeah. So your spell save is 13. So it
Yep.
won't- yeah. So it
Okay.
nimbly easily slashes through your vines as they appear.
All right. So this is my inaugural roll with my new D20. Come on, D20. Is a critical fail.
Oh
Oh
dear!
my god.
Throw that d20 right out the window
All right.
or into the
I
microwave.
had such hopes. I guess that worthless turn was mine.
Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, Elevor, you are also being grappled by a tendril from the roper. Broldish is unconscious next to you. Spurious, having nimbly escaped, is once again be recaptured. What's your play?
I am going to attack with my favorite friend, Produce Flame.
Produce flame. Okay, so that is a 14. What is this? An attack?
Hold on. Yeah, let me check in here. Make sure I remember. You can also attack with a flame. When you cast a spell, you can hurl a flame at a creature within 30 feet of you. Make a ranged spell. Oh, ranged.
Yeah.
Let's undo that.
Yeah,
if we
why don't you
can.
reconsider?
Command Z, Command Z.
Maybe there's something else that Elevor can be doing here.
Yeah, I'd like to just go ahead and slice out with my. Oh my god.
Have you already used all your bigger spells?
No, but most of them are not attacks.
Ah.
I can climb walls. I can protect myself from poison, but yeah, I don't have anything.
that's
So yeah, I attacked with a scimitar, but I rolled a 5, so I don't think that's gonna do
Your
anything.
scimitar is going to clang off the hard surface of the roper.
Clang.
Cool.
Right. I think we are back around to Spurious.
All right. Well, I would like to get free again if I can.
Yeah, so technically escaping from a grapple is your action, is the one challenge here.
Oh, well,
It does make it a
am I
little
close
harder.
enough to Broldish that I can use I mean, how incapacitated am I by being grappled?
You are grappled in terms of like your speed is 0, but your ability to actually like you could totally get close enough to touch somebody if you need that, or you are within 5 feet.
Keeping her alive seems super important.
I think
so. Let's do cure wounds. I'm gonna do it at level 2 on Broldish.
Yay.
What?
I don't
I
think
guess-
that's right.
That doesn't.
That seems wrong.
seem-
Dan, I did that from the thing. Do you have cure wounds handy?
The
I
thing.
can have it right
I've
now.
got cure wounds. Yep. Creature you touch regains number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
And additional 1d8
And-
for each slot level above that.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So, Broldish, why don't you roll 2d8 and then my spellcasting modifier, I believe, is it my spell attack bonus, which is 5?
Ye spellcasting ability modifier, which is just probably your charisma.
My charisma modifier is 3. So 2d8 plus 3, I believe, is
Alright.
what we just
That's
mathed.
11.
All right,
I'm
that's
awake with
slightly
11
better
hit
than
points.
what the automated thing did. And
Yeah.
so I don't know if I can do anything else because I did that, and I'm restrained. Can I stab at the tentacle that's holding me?
You absolutely can.
Well, I cast a spell. What was that? That was probably
Was that an
Cure
action?
wounds is an action.
Yeah.
okay. So no, I can't.
All right. But you
Um,
could
okay.
you could that is a choice you could be making.
Yes, I felt like it was important to get Broldish up. So
All right, it's the Roper's turn. And it's decided to instead take a bite. Oh, you know what? First it'll make a tentacle attack on Bellamin, who is the next closest person.
Hey,
How's it going, Bellamin? How you
I'm
doing?
okay, Stalactite. How are you?
So far.
All right. That is a 15.
Versus AC.
Yep.
That hits.
All right. You are. Let's see. Can't do.
it's gonna be a short session today, folks.
Yeah. To be clear, I didn't actually want my Saturday back. I was saying that I might get it.
Oh, okay.
This is where Dan's got a second follow-up adventure prepared, where we're in
Yep.
the afterlife, ready to go.
Oh yeah, it's totally ready to
Yeah.
go. It is going to reel you in. Now you are in the water, and it is holding you, which is not great. But so you're not like underwater or anything, but like if that thing releases you, you are going to be in the stream basically, and that may be tricky because, as you noticed, the water is moving quite quickly. So we'll see. What
A
happens.
feather falls out of my pocket and travels down.
Bellamin writes a note.
Sending out an SOS. Okay.
Having reeled you in, it is now going to try and take a bite of. It's decided to try and take a bite of Elivor, who hit it with a scimitar.
Yeah, but I didn't.
14.
Nope.
All right, it tries to chop you, but Broldish is kind of still in the way, so it's not really getting you there.
Blocking
Broldish,
out its maw.
you are conscious
Oh, jeez.
and being held by a roper, but not in like a weird way.
Oh boy.
Just in a very
Wasn't weird until you said that.
Yes, the non-weird way.
I
hold me closer, tiny roper.
Mhm.
That was the fun audio.
Don't normalize this, Dan.
I think as a I'm probably down, so I guess I'll use half my movement to stand up if I can. Because not?
You're still being held, so your speed
Okay.
is essentially 0.
oh,
Like,
okay.
you're still
well
grappled.
then, can I swing at it from the ground?
You're not even on the ground. Like you were like
Oh.
limp in its grasp,
Oh.
essentially.
Lovely.
Yeah. So
Like a
so you're
Dwarven
still.
marionette.
Yeah.
Can
It
you
was.
chop its tentacle?
That's
As
up
a
to you.
bonus action, I am going to cast a Wrathful Smite,
Cool.
which means that if I hit with a melee weapon attack, I will deal some extra damage
Okay.
and possibly frighten the creature. So
Rah.
yeah, I think that's probably Although, I could thunderously smite it. I have several different smites to choose from, so it's pretty exciting. First of all,
Goals.
do I know anything about these creatures?
Why don't you roll yourself some?
Yeah, they're
A
awful.
Merry little Christmas.
Roll
They have sharp,
yourself
pointy
a
teeth.
merry little Christmas. Yes. Roll some
no.
nature.
That's a 14.
Yeah, you know some stuff about this. You would know this is a roper. It is a large monstrosity. You've heard tell of these things as sort of hunters that basically lurk in the Underdark and try to lure things in with its camouflaged appearance. And then it can also, it is mobile. It is not stationary. It can
Is
sort of
it?
creep
That
along.
changes things. Okay.
But it doesn't see any reason to at the moment, clearly, because it has you guys totally set. You do know that it has up to six tendrils, but only 4 of which it can make attacks with on any turn. And you've pretty much seen its MO, which is grab a bunch of things, drag them in, and bite one. You also would know that you have the option of attacking the tendrils or the creature itself. But keeping in mind that your knowledge also extends to the fact that it can replace them.
Okay.
How, like, when you say replace them, you mean like instantly or over the course of many months of deep introspection?
Faster than you would like. How about that?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Now, what are the ramifications of being frightened? If this thing was frightened, what would happen with
That
it?
is a great question.
Because my choices here are Wrathful Smite, where if I hit it, it gets a saving throw to see if it's frightened. Thunderous Smite, where I might do more damage, and then it could possibly be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Frightening would mean it has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while it can see whatever it's afraid of, and that it can't get closer to its fear. So if it were you, for example, it probably wouldn't try to reel you in, but it will potentially still try to eat your friends.
So probably knocking it farther away is a better idea. Okay.
There's not a lot of room for it to go that far away, though. Keep that in mind as well. This is a very small ledge. Either you're going to need to find a way to maneuver it off the ledge, or you can
Can it be
possibly
knocked
just get to
prone?
that corner. In theory,
if it's
I don't
mobile?
see any reason that it couldn't be, but
But
Yeah.
it could probably just do all of its normal stuff from a prone.
I mean, it will
position.
take disadvantage as if anything else were prone. But it,
Okay.
that there's a question of how much that would slow it down.
All right. Well, I'm going to switch that over then to Thunderous Smite, also a bonus action. And then I will take a melee attack at it. I'm actually going to maybe I can't actually drop my shield. Is it
You
as
could
grappled the same?
Sure. There's
'Cause I
no
just want to
reason
swing
you-
with both hands to do a
Yeah,
little more
that's
damage.
fine. If you
Okay.
release your shield, it will fall to the
Okay.
to the ground here. Keep
All
in
right.
mind you do have disadvantage on your attack roll.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to hit there. I rolled a 5
This
and a
guy is
4.
rough because he is not easy to hit. He's
Yep.
tough. He's
Rough
got
boy.
4 of us ensnared, and he's pretty much maintaining disadvantage for all of us.
Yeah,
That's,
I rolled a
yeah.
9 to hit.
Yeah, if anyone's got
Not
like a
gonna do
miracle spell they've been holding out on, this is like. now's the
Maybe if
time.
we give it a muffin.
Do you have a muffin spell?
I have a muffin spell.
Do you know
Called
that?
I
Produce
don't.
Muffin.
Micah Sargent / Elevor.
Yes.
Do you actually have a muffin spell?
It's called Produce Muffin.
Okay. I see no way I could argue further with that.
Yeah, I don't have anything else
Ironclad.
that I
Bellum-
can do. So.
Bellamin, you are grappled. Your feet are being dragged in a cold stream. Your friends are struggling to escape from this thing.
So if I aim in a 60-foot cone diagonally, it looks like to me it would not hit either Spurious or Broldish if I'm aiming diagonally at our stalagmite friend. Yes? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
60-foot cone. So that'd be 12 squares at its base and 12 squares deep. In theory, sure, you're close enough to them that they would sort of be outside. Like,
Outside the cone, yeah.
I think you could pull it off. I trust you. What are you doing? Let's ask that question.
I pop a Listerine breath strip in my mouth and cast Cold Breath.
Okay.
That is a DC 12 Constitution save. On a failed save, it takes half damage, which is 2. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
And then on a full, if it fails to save, it takes 4 cold damage.
It got a 16.
All right,
takes
so
2 damage.
it gets a little chilly and takes 2 cold damage. That's
Just like a little snowflakes on its. Like, on its
Let me
leg.
just ask.
Is that an
classic-
action or a bonus action?
That that's an action.
Oh,
Really, the Dragon Breath is an action? thought.
I think so. Let me
thought it
double
was a
check.
bonus.
Is it a bonus?
Well, in 4th edition, it was a minor action. I don't know what it is
true,
in
which
5th.
is why I wondered.
Question: Would I have
Yeah,
been
it's-
able
sorry,
to
it's a
pick up?
full action.
Okay. Would I have been able to pick up my shield, or is there not enough movement left in a turn to
you
do that?
definitely can't because you're restrained. So it's on the
That's fine.
ground and you're still being held.
Okay.
You're gonna have a hard time. Easier to drop it, harder to pick it up.
Let me ask a classic Bard question. What point do we cut our losses?
It's-
Well, I'm still grappled, so
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
so am
I
I.
think we
Four
should-
of you
I
are
do
grappled.
think we
I'm
should-
just,
shouldn't we
I'm
be
just
saving
wondering,
against being grappled?
should our objective be to get away from this thing more than it is to do damage to it?
yeah.
I'm gonna let you know that you've done 10 hit points of damage so far.
And I suspect that this thing
It's
has
got a
probably,
few more than that.
It's big.
Dan, would you describe that number as a triple-digit number?
I would not, but
Oh, okay, but
like close.
The orders of magnitude game. Shouldn't we be saving against being grappled?
You get to say you get to make an attempt to escape,
Which is an action, though,
which
right?
is an action.
No. Okay.
Yeah, this is rough. I'm not gonna lie. This is a hard fight.
And we have disadvantage on those checks.
Indeed.
So, which is why I was like, maybe trying to escape is not even worth it. But at this point, it's either escape or die. I think you might be right.
I will. Somebody. Let's
Escape
see.
or Die was my favorite NES game.
Somebody else want to give me a, I guess, nature check still?
Yes, I would love to give you a nature check.
Please do.
I will do that, and you will love it.
Ominous.
I'm uncomfortable. Wow, I do love it.
I do love it.
I absolutely love it.
Love the hell out of it.
All right, so
23.
Elevor, you are a man of much knowledge and studying when it comes to the
A
natural.
man of much nature.
A man of much nature. You're a much natural man. I don't know what that means.
Yes, much natural you are.
Much natural is my favorite organic brand.
Dan, you need to stop shopping at off-brand Whole Foods.
It's called
Half
Wild
Foods.
Foods.
Yeah,
Oh god.
It's called Whole Foods
With
spelled
no
H-O-L-E.
W. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so Elevor, you suspect that you could break free from the tendrils with a strength check, and that such a move would actually also destroy the tendril by which you are held, which would give you at least a little bit of time to potentially beat a hasty retreat.
Also, I mean, there's the whole, we've been informed that it regenerates tendrils. What if we all tried to break free the same round? Possibly it can't regenerate 4 tendrils at the same time, right? Like,
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it,
Or
this
they'd
way,
be really
that would be a
small.
great way to burn around and find out, like, nope, it's totally happy
Well,
burning.
also
creating
keep
4
in mind
tendrils.
that if you make a strength check and succeed, you still have move action left, which
Oh, yeah.
potentially gives you time to like at least get
Get
a
out
little
of
bit
the
away.
I really like that plan of
I say that out
delaying all
loud.
our actions until we all go together.
No. Everybody just needs to do it immediately.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Bellarmine.
Yeah,
Or Kim Bellarmine.
Oh.
Did
so
you?
Bellaman
yeah,
already did. Bellaman took his action.
All right, Imra.
Imra's
Is not
like, you could let your four
ensnared.
friends, like Imra's been here before. All of her friends trapped in a terrible situation.
Imra-
All my friends are
Imra-
dead.
Imra, in the image that Dan has shown us, the thing has one horrible eye. Please
Mhm.
shoot it in that eye.
Okay.
Probably
I
got tremor sense or something. Sorry, editors.
I got in
This monster
trouble
has a
for
bacon number
frack.
of 6.
So I am going to mark it as my query.
Cool.
Use a spell slot for that. Seems worthwhile at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to shoot it with an arrow. I hope.
Oh,
please.
good.
That's
Love
what-
that.
Let's
Thanks-
share with
thanks,
you what
Dan.
that looks like, because I'm sure you want to know.
Oh, that's us dying, huh?
Okay, so I rolled a 12 plus my 8 is 20.
Nice, that'll hit.
Okay. It is marked as my query, so I get an extra D6
Cool.
to damage. Let me just skim.
Like a D6.
Yes.
Imra's like,
Like a
thanks for keeping it busy, guys. And it's just like laying down some arrow fire there.
Finally. So that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. Did you add your dex in there too?
Yeah.
Cool.
And oh no, I didn't. Sorry, it's 14.
Nice.
14.
All right.
Yay.
That's some
Um,
good damage there.
And I'm also going to have Androdite move a little bit further back into the stairwell to hopefully
Stay
keep
safe,
her
puppy.
from getting
All right. So Imra has basically done some substantial damage to this guy.
Can we see, since we've been dragged over here, can we see any farther to the north, those of us with dark vision, to
Sure.
see like what else?
Yeah, as
Is in
you're
the other
being
direction?
grappled and you're just a little bored, like there's not much going on. You can see up here that what looks like an open doorway, with sort of a what you can kind of see is like an iron door. So there is that, and I will say
iron.
you can see. Here we go. You can pretty much see the rest of this cavern now, which is not super exciting. But the water keeps flowing and then disappears like under some rock.
When we open our Total Party Kill theme park, this will be the teacups ride where we're all grappled and is going around in a circle, up and down, up and down.
I foresee huge liability issues.
We'll have
You
good
know-
insurance. It'll be fine.
I'm also, since I haven't moved, I'm also going to move further back into the cave and then I'll pop back out on my next turn.
Huh. A sign of faith in us.
Yeah, well,
All right.
That's just smarts.
Goodbye.
Well, no, this way, hopefully it can't grab me
It's a good move. It's a good move.
because I'm better ranged than I am up close.
I just found a D20 I don't recognize, so
Use that sucker.
I feel like,
Oh
yeah,
my god,
maybe
it's like
magic
God
and it
bestowed
disappeared.
upon you an extra.
I
That
don't
sounds
know
like
that
a
I've ever
good-
done
Lights
this
need
before.
this. Oh.
That sounds like a good dating profile thing. I'm better ranged than I am up close.
Long distance relationships only.
All right, Elevor, you've learned a lot about ropers
I've
in your
learned
time.
so
You've had some time to
much.
think.
Because I'm a nature boy.
Mother Nature's son.
What would you like to do?
Is it a strength saving throw or just a strength?
A strength check.
You know, I love that -1 I've got in strength.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh my
Listeners,
God.
Elevor managed to roll a 0 because he rolled a 1 with a -1 modifier.
Yeah, but you have disadvantage, so
Yeah, you get to roll again, Elevor.
Oh, you
See if
know,
you can get worse.
you know what? Middle fingers to the sky.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
I don't trust roll 20.
I'm gonna do it one more
roll you
time just to
400.
see. Okay, yeah.
he rolled
right?
he rolled a 0 again.
I did that poorly. Yeah.
Elevor struggles mightily.
No,
but
I go.
cannot-
And then that's it.
He struggles not so
Is there
mightily.
something else you would like to do?
Lots of
all
things
I
you'd
have
like
is a
to
move
do.
action, right?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, your move is 0, so that doesn't really help you much.
Yeah. So no, there's nothing else I want to do.
Alrighty then. We are around to Spurious.
Get out.
All right. Well, Spurious is about as strong as Elevor, but I feel like he's got to try.
You
So
do.
strength
You do have to
saving
try.
check with disadvantage.
Oh
I rolled a 20 and a 5. So I assume
oh
I'm
my
not.
God.
Yeah. Remember when Spurious had this great plan to get us all out of this? It forgot to take into account that Spurious has little willowy arms from playing the flute and not from ever like hefting a sword.
Spurious, give me an Arcana roll.
All right.
Dan's trying to help.
That's with disadvantage. I got a 20.
All right. You don't have disadvantage on Arcana.
Well, then
Then
take
it's
the
a
higher
21.
I'll
one.
take the 21. You're thinking about this a little bit as you struggle to get out, and you also realize that if you had a way to move the roper far enough away, it would also, obviously remove you.
I
from-
tried
It would
that.
break everybody's grabs.
Yeah,
I
just
just couldn't
just
hit.
throwing that out there in case that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if any of us have
Oh,
spells
I know
that
what
have
I need to
forced
do.
movement.
I if I hit, I do.
And
I
Dan,
know
what
what
was
to
doing
do.
a strength check? That was still an action.
Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
action. Do you have any bonus actions you would like to use?
Is giving someone bardic inspiration a bonus action?
Almost certainly.
Do?
They would not require your full action.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to. Let me give who's next up.
Me.
Roldish.
Yes.
Be inspired.
Thank you.
All right, the roper. It's got
If I'm still up.
you got
Yeah,
reeled
well.
in, and it is. Oh, it has an embarrassment of riches for things to eat here. So let's just see what it decides to do. Brildish, it's gonna try to eat you.
All right, I may not be able to use that bardic inspiration, but we'll see.
Well, you know, it was.
Especially since I dropped my shield.
All right, it has 17.
I dropped my shield, so that hits. And I'm down again.
Oh.
Sorry.
No.
Could you have used
Wow.
bardic inspiration to up your defense?
Oh, is that a thing it can do?
What can you do? Attack roll, saving throw, ability check.
So no.
Okay, so you are down again.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Well, I'll use this magic die that I just discovered to roll a 2. I guess it's not that magic.
This is a good time to tell you that this name of this adventure is actually Death Forge.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So Bellaman, things look bad.
Is a medicine check on Broldish to stabilize her an action?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think
Generally,
Broldish is a
yes.
goner at this point. I think you should just try to save
No.
yourself.
Don't give up.
I mean,
No.
let's put it this way: if Broldish is a goner, nobody else is in good shape.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
true.
mean.
No, but I mean, like
But
one
it's
person
accurate.
down, this fight's not going to go better.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have so would a medicine check be an action on my part?
Bellaman, if there's, I mean, I understand the motivation there, but
Unless you can get me up, it's probably
yeah,
not worth it. And a medicine check wouldn't.
stabilizing is not in this situation going to be, I think, tactically useful.
All right, and I'm at disadvantage on a strength check. I have enhance ability, but I can't cast it and do a strength check on the same turn. So I'm not going to. All right, let's
Could
just go for
enhance
this.
someone else's ability, though, can't you?
Yes, but I can't do both on the same turn. Enhance
Correct.
ability is a action. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. Disadvantage on a strength check.
Before you do that, can I make a suggestion? Sorry, this is me editorializing a little bit.
Hello.
Just to do the weighting on that again. Keep in mind that enhanced ability will provide somebody advantage on strength checks, which will at least cancel out the disadvantage.
Right.
At which point you also have the option to get somebody else free, which might have a longer term advantage on it. That said, if you're not out, then that does still raise questions about how you get everybody else out. But otherwise,
I mean, you could
are
cast
just...
it on Elevor, who is the next grappled person to go.
Yes, and it would
True.
be
Yeah.
there- Wait, does it only work for strength? Because I have another thing that I would really like to do that I think would be very good.
It works for I can choose one of Constitution, Strength, Dexterity, Charisma, Intelligence, or Wisdom. Some of them have a few extra. Fun
So it
things
wouldn't
there.
work to wait. Would my spell casting have disadvantage as well?
What are you only if it's strength or dexterity or is an attack roll?
Okay, so it is an attack. Because let me see. I want to find. Hold on, give me a sec here because I want to make sure that I'm reading this correctly. Oh darn! I thought it was. I'm thinking shatter. It's not shatter. I was thinking to cast Thunderwave on it because you said if we moved it, then that would be good. And
Yeah.
with Thunderwave, I can push a creature 10 feet away from me if it doesn't save on a Constitution saving throw. But so it's obviously it's an attack.
It's also a 15-foot cube, I believe, which would hit all of us.
Not necessarily. It would just hit me, depending on where he placed the cube. Which, at this point, maybe you should just do it.
So anyway, I'm gonna have disadvantage on that.
No matter what, because if it's an attack roll, is it attack roll or con save?
Oh, it says attack/save con 13.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no, that's
basically
the same.
that
So you're
means,
not rolling that attack.
Yeah, exactly. That's the monster has to roll a save against it, which in that case means it will not be affected.
Aha!
So that's
and if
fine.
you're gonna do that, I
Ooh,
will.
can you
Do
do a Constitution enhance ability on Broldish so that she can save on?
I wouldn't
my
even
attack?
worry about it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can still do the saving throw. If I miss it, I'm like what happens when you take damage when you're unconscious? Does it just like chip away at the
Usually it
points?
just does more damage. It takes you into the
Yeah, and
negative
I'm only at
values.
-3, so if you do
Oh,
more
okay.
damage and if somebody gets me up, I'll still start from 0, so
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Will a Constitution advantage thing on Broldish help the?
That will. Why are you, sorry? I'm not entirely clear.
because I'm in the path of the spell. So
I
I
see what
I
you're
will have to
saying.
make a Constitution save, but I don't think it's worth it.
I don't
you,
think it will matter because if you're not conscious, you don't probably
you
even
don't even get to make a
roll.
save.
Oh,
So
right.
it-
you couldn't
automatically
even
fail,
save.
I believe,
Okay,
if
that
you're
makes
Yeah,
sense.
so
Yep.
that's how that works.
Right. So that means
Maybe cast it on Spurious then? 'cause
Yeah,
Spurious
I'll
would be
give
the next one.
Spurious. I'll enhance Spurious's strength ability, which means your disadvantage for being grappled is canceled out.
Okay.
Be inspired. I think no, this isn't inspired. It's like just
Enhanced.
ability
Be
enhanced.
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 There you go.
Enhanced.
This is a concentration.
Performance enhancement spells.
Go forth and be enhanced.
I get so many emails for those. It's so annoying.
But they work. No,
They're all
your
for
strength
Broldish.
has been enhanced. Bellman, anything else you all set?
I think that's all I can do. I that was my action, so I can't do my strength check to try and be ungrappled.
All right. Imran.
All right, I'm in.
All right. Well, I still have line of sight. I made sure that I wasn't moving too far away. So they are still, this thing is still marked as my quarry.
Everybody should just take a quick stock of their items, just in case we have some magic items that we have forgotten.
Yeah, you
Somebody's
guys
been
picked up some
holding.
potions last week too. Is anybody?
Yeah.
Oh, someone
Oh,
had,
yeah.
didn't
I
we have
have-
like a fire?
Well,
I have some sort
There's
of...
an
Broldish
there's
had
alchemist
that.
alchemist fire. I
Yeah.
have a couple of
Yep.
those.
I have
There
one
were at
animal
least
trophy.
a couple potions. So and I think Elevor had because I remember you tasting them.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what I wrote down here.
One was water breathing, and
Bellman might need that if he gets dropped in the drink.
yeah.
At this point, you'd probably be safer sliding down the stream than you are right here. So maybe go with the flow.
Potion
Yeah.
of water.
Drop Bellaman in the stream. See how fast he gets carried downstream.
Potion of invisibility.
Guys, I find a feather.
Potion of invisibility
gonna
and
go
potion
after
of
it.
water breath are the two.
Yeah.
Visibility.
And being invisible sounds great also.
Yeah.
Spooky. Look, I can lift up this sword.
Uh,
can't see
all right,
me.
Imra, what are you up to?
Long sword, longbow.
Longbow. Throw your
A
long
very
sword
long
at him.
sword.
19.
19 will hit.
And that is 15 damage.
Nice. All right.
And I'm moving, scooching back in.
Okay. All right. Elevor,
That's me.
you're up.
I'm up. Here we go. Bum 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 bum. Dun dun.
All right, so you did a thunder wave. Now I'm gonna check on this because again, I feel like that is not as much as that is supposed to do. So you cast that at what level did you cast that at?
Sims.
At 4?
I cast it at level 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, so it is normally.
It's normally level 1.
Got it. And I'm just looking up the damage. Actually, should be 2d8. When you
Okay.
cast at second level, it's another d8.
Okay, so I should roll
So
2d8.
it should do 2d8 damage. I'm just checking to make sure it worked.
Okay, so if
It looks
they
like it
don't
did
save,
roll
then
a4 and a2. So yes, that is 6 damage.
oh, it did work. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure. It's weird how it formats that. I find a little bit confusing. I see. Okay, so okay, so it did another d8. So total, it will take 10 damage if it doesn't
if it
save.
doesn't save, please don't save.
All right, and this is a Constitution strength. What is
Constitution,
Constitution.
it? Constitution save?
DC 13.
Got an 11.
Yes.
All right,
And so that means it gets pushed.
Yeah, it does. All right, so it takes 10 damage. You shove it. How many feet can you
10
shove
feet
it?
away from me.
10 feet away
Wow.
from you. 5, 10. It's up against that wall, kind of smushed. I'm going to have it roll to see if how much it breaks the let's see. I'll have have each of you make either a dexterity or a strength saving throw without disadvantage to see if you can get out as it gets thrust away from you. So each of you, it's like loosening its grasp because it's been disrupted and thrown back. So you each have a chance to sort of wriggle out.
That's a 7 for Bellaman.
24.
Nice.
Roldish is out. 7 for Bellman is not enough. 10 for Spurious is not enough. Elevor?
Sorry.
Although
about
I'm
to-
unconscious, I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to make that perfect save.
That's a good point.
Oh my god.
All right.
Elevor, that was sad, but like that was super the right.
And you
thing
did
to
some
do.
damage,
So I
which
just,
was
like,
great.
Like it is unfortunate that we were bad at rolling dice, but thank you for the opportunity.
You're all very welcome.
Mhm.